Obviously a great win for our guys tonight, and great to see Fifth Third popping the way it was. Got pretty loud in there. I thought this game was won. When I say won, Saturday night when we left the locker room after a loss that I'd never experienced before. The way it went down, I told our guys that Monday's practice would show the character of each man in this room, including the coaches. And had our best practice of the year on Monday, which is I'm getting to know this team really spoke to me in terms of what these guys are willing to do. And sometimes Rover's got to meet the road. And I was really proud of the way they handled it, and then followed up with another good practice. And the way it matriculated, kind of the way it worked out on the court was, we went through adversity with foul trouble. Two of the guys we run all our stuff for had 4 fouls with 14 minutes on the clock, and both of them came back in the game and played lights out. They didn't live in their own adversity, and I thought that really, the made shots, the ball popping, we'll get into all that. I thought that's really where it started for us, and I was really proud of the guys for that. I thought Trey Scott was really good. We played a team that is one of the top defensive teams in the country, top 5. They give up 55 points a game. Nobody scored more than 70 on them this year, and so style of play-wise, that's what it looks like. That's the expectation for those who've seen the style before. When the ball pops, that's what it looks like. Shots go in and out, that's fine, but that's what the style looks like when we're executing at the level that we need to be executing at. So really proud of our guys. Obviously a quick turnaround, and we got you ready for Iowa on Saturday.
When Jaron checked in, Coach, with less than 8 minutes to go and scored, I think, eight big points the next 5 minutes or so, what did you see from him? How big was that from him?
Well, I've seen it coming. He's been getting in better shape. He had 2 really good days of practice. He put extra work in. You can feel his body. I haven't coached the Jaron Cumberland that we all know and love. And when I say I haven't coached him yet, he hasn't been in the shape and been healthy enough to be that guy. It's coming. It's coming. What I mean by that is I've seen it, and we've got a chance to spend some more time together here this week talking about putting different spots. We moved him from the 1 to the 4 back to the 1. So we made some adjustments on where to put him, and I just think it spoke to his buy-in and how excited he was to play, to be able to come back in the game like that and perform.
Was the way Saturday ended, was that a humbling experience, you think, at all for him?
Well, you'd have to ask him that. I can't speak for how those guys feel in terms of that, but I was just really impressed with the way he bounced back.
The full court pressure, I know that's something that you that's a calling card for you, but it really seemed to bother them tonight especially. Was there something different you guys did, or you think it just had a bigger impact?
No, they have one primary ball handler, and he plays 35 minutes a game. And he not only is their primary ball handler, he's a primary full court defender. So our goal was to wear him out. And we had 4 turnovers. We actually did the press the way we wanted to. 4 times in the first half, we had 4 turnovers. And we did it 2 more times in the second half, we had 2 more turnovers. So I looked at the bench, I'm like, we're 6 for 6 right now. Okay, so let's just keep doing it. And even late in the game, we went to it. So, we worked on, we made some adjustments on the backside rotations. Not as much adjustments as more putting a level of focus onto it.
Kind of that same vein, out of timeouts, whether it's offense or defense, seemed to be better execution tonight.
Execution was better. We're not a great executing team. I've talked about that in length, and that's what it looks like when we become an executing team. And so I don't know what else to say, but that's what the style looks like when we're where we need to be.
During that stretch when Jaron and Chris were on the bench with 4 fouls, how were you guys able to maintain a lead?
Well, great question. Trey Scott was awesome. I mean, he played the entire second half. I didn't sub him out. He was all over the place. We showed a video of just cutting off the ball for him and Keith this afternoon to shoot around. He was cutting everywhere, getting in lanes, finding open spots, verbalizing everything defensively. Micah helps out with that. He was able to sustain some things. It's tough with those 2 guys out because the majority of the stuff we run are for those 2 guys. So I thought our guys did a good job of stepping up. Like Keith Williams made some big plays. And like anything else, when you get a lead, I tell our guys, when you have a lead, it doesn't matter if you score or not. If they don't score, you keep the lead. So I thought our defense stayed consistent when those 2 guys were on the bench.
And then
Jay Cirillo was.
Yeah, I was going to say, how big was it to have Jay back? And
he played 10 minutes the other night in his first game back in 3 or 4 weeks, and I felt like the offense and defense ran so smoothly. When he's on the floor, things just run more along the lines of the way, smoother in terms of ball movement, in terms of our defensive communication, and then tonight he put the ball in the hoop a few times.
You've talked about the second half points per possession being a focus. They shot 38.5%, scored 32 points. Was it reiterated at halftime? Was there anything adjustment-wise that you guys did?
We talked about 3 things at halftime. We talked about increasing the pressure. We talked about handling their screening action with more physicality and more alertness level. We talked about contesting at a higher rate, like we won 100%. We weren't contesting high enough on our contests. Keith Williams stepped that up in the second half, and we did all three of those things. So in the locker room, I told him, I said, we're 38% in the second half. That now means nothing to them. They want points per possession. So I don't have the points per possession in my fingerships because I don't know the possession. So I was hoping, Justin, you would tell me that. So I didn't think you'd have it.
I get it from you. That's your area of expertise.
I'll know it tonight.
John, you probably didn't, I'm sorry, you probably didn't need this as a coach because you got to go game by game and stay locked in. How much did your team need a sense of relief with a win like they had tonight?
I mean, it's a big win, but I think the biggest thing is they got a chance to see what it feels like to, everybody just stayed together. When things weren't going, when adversity set in for individuals, they stayed with it. And they got a chance to see what I've been preaching all season about the style of play. This is what it looks like. And for those of you who've seen our teams in the past, that's what it looks like. And, we got to sustain it.
Even more so, I mean, feeding the post is big, but was that seemed to do it even more so?
Well, we knew we'd had advantage of the post. They play behind in the post a little bit, so we felt like we'd get some duck-ins. And Jaron does a great job of finding guys in the post. Our emphasis was also for the other guys to do the same. And then, Chris Vogt, I'm harping on him about ducking in hard and being physical, but not when you have 3 fouls and 15 minutes to go in the second half. So we're still learning to read between the lines a little bit.
I know Micah's playing time's gone up and up, but what has he done that has earned him a starting
Actually, he's been consistent. He's found a level of consistency every day. He's consistent in practice with his energy. In order to play as a freshman, you got to defend. So he's been defending pretty much the entire year. He's a really good offensive player, but his practices have been consistent. He's walking in the gym every day, getting better. And now the challenge for young guys is okay, I don't have all the answers. So am I going to continue to have the growth mindset? He continues to have the growth mindset, meaning he's going to continue to be coachable, and he's got a chance to continue to move forward.
7 guys between 9 and 15 points. How much is that just showing that the ball was popping like you were talking about and finding the right guy?
Yeah, trusting your teammates. Trusting your teammates. I mean, this is typically we'll have 4 to 5. I mean, our teams have had as many as 5 guys in double figures scoring on averages for the season. Always have 4. Never have less than that. So it's a product of that.
Even with the foul trouble, just played 8 guys tonight. Is that a product of the opponent, of what you want the rotation to look like?
We shrunk the rotation intentionally going in. We knew we were going to shrink it a little bit. And, I say that, and Jeremiah Davenport and Zach Carter are out working out right now in the gym. So when you guys walk out, they're out there shooting on their own. Compliance, I didn't send them out there. They went out there by themselves. I walked in, I saw them shooting. So they'll have their moments.
One other thing is, in different stretches, you had different guys step up and really provide a boost. Like Jaron in that stretch towards the end, Jay had a stretch, Chris had a stretch, Keith had a stretch. That's also another.
Well, I mean, that's you can't predict that each and every game, but when guys do their job, we put a star on your role. And I've told you guys this before. It's my job to identify the role. It's their job to accept the role. It's our job to star in the role. And they did that. And when you do that, you play with confidence. So that really helps. I also like to welcome John Cunningham to the family here. We're awfully excited. He's become director of athletics. I was unable to make the news conference today. A little bit writing stuff up, meeting with our guys closer to the game. So really excited about his addition and excited to get started. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach.